Welcome to the Can't Be Influenced podcast.
Unscripted.
I decided that I wanted to kind of come up with not a whole new podcast or anything like that. I still wanted to stay within the realm of what I already have going on for Can't Be Influenced podcast, but I wanted something a little less scripted, and I kind of want to play around with it and just see how it goes. So if you're here, welcome and thank you for joining in for, I think this would be like the first series of this pod. No, because see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think that this is just going to be like a bonus type of podcast episode, I guess. And I'm thinking that I'm going to have these posted up every Monday morning. And I'm going to kind of play with that and see when people like to listen the most. The best way to let me know if you like my podcast, if you like these episodes, is for you to kind of reach out to me at heather.renee.vo or the Can't Be Influenced podcast when you like to listen or when you prefer to listen. And I'm going to be posting every Friday still at 7 p.m. EST. That's still going on, but those are more scripted. I do write those during the week. And then, so I wanted something a little less scripted, kind of off the cuff, and just talking about various topics, anything that comes to mind, more like a chill with me kind of thing. So that's just kind of the vibe I'm going for with this. And we're going on to boring stuff right now. But I do appreciate you guys being here and listening to my other podcast. It means a lot. And this is something I enjoy doing. And I do like entertaining other people. And I've been in the works for years on deciding how can I do that? What can I do? And this was perfect. I've been wanting to start a podcast. I've been listening to podcasts since 2017. And ever since then, I've been really, really wanting to start one, but I didn't know how. And I've started a couple and then kind of quit them just because it didn't feel right. And this is the one that feels the most right because it kind of goes in with my interests. So I'm big on watching YouTube and getting into the whole influencer world and celebrity and stuff like that. But I also like other things too. And so this podcast is going to kind of be just about that, like just whatever I want to talk about. And I hope that you guys do like it. I'm going to just continue making them anyway because it's something I enjoy doing and it feels good to do. So I have some ideas for this type of, I don't know what to call it, almost like a second series, if you will, it'll be posted within the same podcast feed of my Can't Be Influenced. So it's going to be Can't Be Influenced Unscripted, like I said before. I don't want to be repetitive here, but I'm trying to figure out, would it be a whole new, series or, I guess it can just be bonus. I'm thinking out loud here. Sorry, guys. And that's another thing. So this is going to be unscripted. So you're going to hear a lot of and me babbling and rambling. So I hope you like that. If I get a big enough following for these particular ones, the unscripted, then if you guys have feedback and you say I would rather have it more concise or whatever, or the and all this, it bothers me, then okay. Of course I'm going to try to cater to you guys a little more as well, just because, I want to post things that you guys like too. Not that I just enjoy, that's important, but what else is important is that my listeners are enjoying it as well. So I want to kind of create a community. And so my ideas for this unscripted series is I kind of want to just play videos and stuff, almost like if I were on YouTube, but this will be like an audio version. And so I can sit in my pajamas and just do this comfortably. So I really enjoy this. This is so satisfying to me, sitting in front of my microphone and just going on. But so I'm just going to have videos up on my phone, and then I'm going to play them, and then we're going to talk about them. I'll react to them, stuff like that. So guys, this is more of chill and everything like that. I've rambled on for about 5 minutes now, and I'm probably going to keep all this in. So anyways, let's go on. I'm kind of want to dive into the Jeffree Star stuff and see what's up with that. Now, I have a video pulled up that I literally just pulled up. It's from Rich Lux. I don't know if you guys know of him or anything, but I heard of him, I think it was last year or the year before. And He's just a dude. He wears like this dramatic eye makeup, and he like has he like puts a crown on and stuff. But he talks about drama channel. No, he's a drama channel. He talks about like celebrities, influencers. Well, more or less just influencers. What's the difference though? I don't really know. But so he's become like kind of close knit with Jeffree Star, or just friends with him or whatever. So a lot of people say that he's like a kiss butt. I don't know. He seems to really just, he doesn't really like give Jeffree Star any backlash and stuff like that. And I think it's because they're friends. But he has a video that was posted 15 hours ago, and it's Jeffree Star, like ex-boyfriend speaks out exclusive interview. So I kind of want to watch that. And as we go through it, I'm going to pause it and everything. And of course, any videos we watch, I will give credit to the original person. And yeah, so this is on YouTube, Rich Lux. Let's go ahead and get onto the video. Nope, turn that off. Okay. I don't want to put ads in this. I don't want the ads to play at the beginning. All right, here we go. He's a little extra, Rich Lux.
You won't believe the drama.
I don't know how best to do this. I'm just holding my phone up.
I feel like we need to talk. First of all, if you like the blue in my eyes, I'm using the Penny Page palette. And I'm using this blue right here called OnlyFans. There it is. And so I have it on right now.
Oh my gosh, I swear, in every single podcast episode on my script, my more scripted outlined podcast posted every Friday, I'm just going to call it my Can't Be Influenced podcast. This will be the unscripted or uncut or off the cuff. I don't know. I'll come up with something catchy. You guys are seeing me think out loud, so this is a special moment. Woo! But anyway, with my podcast series, Can't Be Influenced, it's I feel like I had a moment where I was like, every single episode, OnlyFans comes up for some freaking reason. I don't know why. And it's going to come up again because I just had the thought of, I want to talk to you guys about this EMT, this woman who, well, a young woman who kind of got like outed by the New York Post. So we will, I don't want to sidetrack off that now. Let's just keep to this, but that's something I do want to talk about. So to kind of keep you guys interested here. Okay, let's continue.
Check that out if you want to. Before we get into this drama, Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend, Andre, sat down for an exclusive one-on-one interview with none other than the Hollywood bigs. I'm shocked. Whoa. I didn't see this coming. Now, they were like teasing this interview before and how Andre was going to spill the tea on Jeffree Star. And I was like, oh my gosh, the anxiety, what's going to be said,
I turned it
what
up.
happened, because if you don't remember, he spent some time with Jeffree Star and they were dating or messing around for a while, and the baby mama was involved and she was tweeting stuff. So it's all starting to come out.
Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry if you guys already know about this, but if you don't know about this, I'm going to just do this very quickly. A little, like the fastest backstory I possibly can. So Jeffree Star was seeing this guy. I don't know, maybe he was like he like is in sports or something like that. I think so. But he has a kid with this woman. And so when Jeffree Star started seeing this guy, first off, there was a lot of stuff coming out saying this guy's just doing it for money and clout and stuff like that, because this guy didn't seem to be into men because he was with the woman, the baby mama, I guess you would say. Yeah. And so anyways, so she kind of like got upset and stuff that Jeffree Star was in a relationship with her ex, her child's father. And so she was like making tweets. It was even said that she like made up a fake account Instagram and was saying a bunch of stuff like how hurt she is and how crappy it is, and basically just shitting on the guy who Jeffree Star was seeing her. Yeah, that. And so there's all that. So that was its like own drama, and Jeffree Star was like acting like he was all above it, like it was nothing. I think he addressed it like once, and he's like, I don't want to address this. It's beneath me, that kind of thing. Because if you know Jeffree Star, that's kind of his whole vibe is like that. So anyway, so let's continue.
Here in this interview. Now I have all the receipts and deleted tweets and all that. Before we get to that, I want to say thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video.
Okay.
Friendly, waterproof.
Chromebooks feel like
No.
right out of the box. Sign in with Gmail and
No. Okay, so it went to an ad again. Come on, this is killing me. And also, I guess this guy that same guy stole from Jeffree too. Okay, here we go.
Let's kind of watch and we'll talk about it as we go along, okay?
most women think that before you have with them, you should tell them that you've been with men, like they should have a choice, right? Did you feel like she should have a choice?
No, because I was never really with men until the whole. That's what I'm saying. Like I was with them. It was an experience, but it happened. But it wasn't nothing consistent. It wasn't nothing where I just kept like going back to it. Happened, and then like we never talked again.
So it was because it was experimental. You didn't feel the need to explain.
Exactly.
Okay. But some people would disagree with you.
Yeah, but that wasn't my girl.
Okay, so I want to stop it right there. So basically what he's saying, when he said no, I think what he was referring to, I'm not going to put words in his mouth, he's not here to defend himself, but like, I can only talk about it my way, right? Back in high school, I had a little girlfriend. Now, as an, girl, now, I don't, okay, now I'm gay as hell, okay? But now when like I do meet a guy, or I'm dating a guy, or getting to know a guy, like they sometimes ask me, like, so have you ever like, been with a girl? And I'm like, well, there's one time in high school, then like that one time in college or whatever, but like, I was kind of like, I didn't know, I was experimenting, just kind of figuring myself out or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, that kind of thing, right? And so I think that it's such a shocker to be reversed around whenever a girl asks her boyfriend, like, hey, we've been dating for a couple months, have you ever been with a guy before? And a lot of times the guys lie and say no because they don't want to be judged or embarrassed. But honestly, living in today's time, I think most men probably would say, yeah, I have, or, it was just like a one-time thing, like, who knows? And if they say that, maybe the woman might have like a suspicion or like, well, I can't compete, I'm not good enough. So there's all that. So when he said no, I think what they were talking about was like, in the past, he never really messed around with a guy, or I'm sorry, never messed around with a guy when he was with his baby mama. Now that they've broken up, didn't mess around with a guy, and the baby mama was shook.
Happened, and then like we never talked again.
So it was because it was experimental, you didn't feel the need to explain.
Exactly. Okay.
But some people would disagree with you.
Yeah, but that wasn't my girl. Like, that's my baby mom, that's it.
Do you believe that she would have reacted differently to the Jeffree Star situation had she known that you had been attracted to guys before?
No, she would act the same way. Because no matter how much you communicate with females and they want to know everything and they say, hey, tell me everything and they still have the same reaction.
Because they can't handle it?
They can't at all. So whether I told her or not, she never can handle it. Just like I'm not with her now. She's in France. Why? Because she can't handle it.
And so she took your kid to France.
Exactly.
Do you believe that a woman has a right to know a man's sexual history before they were together?
If she can handle it, yeah. But at the end of the day, how I feel is I don't give a what a girl did before I met him. I don't care.
Okay, I cannot with this guy. He seems kind of douchey, in my opinion. People were saying that Jeffree Star and him were together just because Jeffree Star was trying to, because this guy is, okay, how do I go about this? Because I don't want to be too, brash or blunt or anything like that, because it's a sensitive thing with, Black Lives Matter, but, he is a black guy, and so people were trying to say that Jeffree Star, because Jeffree Star was under fire with Shane Dawson with the racial comments and the racist things. Jeffree Star has said in the past, they were trying to say that Jeffree Star was doing it just to prove a point that he's not racist and all this. So anyway, people were thinking that the whole relationship was fake anyway. All I have to say is this guy's kind of douchey by just how he's like, I believe in a relationship you should be honest and open, but that's just, my opinion. I think a lot of you would agree. I think that's just how a relationship kind of should be. Oh crap, we're going into an ad. So I'm skipping forward because I want to try to find like what else is being said here, because it looks like Richie Lux is just reacting to an interview that Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend was involved in. So it's really weird because I'm like reacting to a reacting video. So I'm just trying to go about the best way to do that. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think more people should explore their sexuality? Do you think it should be less controversial?
I feel like black men should explore their sexuality. Just because I feel like if you just like something and you want to try something different, something new, I feel like you should be comfortable with doing that and not really care. Yeah,
I would agree. I think everyone has the right to do whatever they freaking want without judgment. So to each their own. I always say that, don't I? Almost in every podcast, to each their own. And I stand by that. I don't think anybody should be judged because they want to try something new. So, whatever that may be, especially with their sexuality. So life's too short to just kind of sit there and not figure things out for yourself. If you have any interest at all, I think you should try and just do it and not feel guilty about it, because one day we're going to be 80 years old, 90 years old, if we, live to 90 or whatever. But if we live that long, God willing, but we're going to be laying there and we're going to think, wow, I should have did that. Because you're not going to be able to do that when you're 90 or 80. I mean, if you do, you might be in the Guinness World Record book. Do they even have a sex drive that'll, okay. Anyway, so I just want to see if there's anything juicy in here, because so far it's just about him, and I don't really know anything about Jeffree Star's ex, like whatsoever. To be actually quite honest, I don't know much about the situation with Jeffree Star and the ex, only what I've told you guys so far. That's all I really know. So I'm kind of figuring this out as I go with you guys. And so, let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to skip forward. I want to see like what he thought about Jeffree Star. So we're going to skip around and see if we can find that. It's going to go into an ad because I skipped forward. Rich Lux put like 5 ads in this video. I mean, make your money. That's totally fine. But I'm just explaining to you guys because, when there's complete silence here and not the video. Okay, let's see here. Go up.
So now he just comes across like a clout chaser, dating Jeffree and other people after that, and then now he's on the show.
Clout chaser.
Interview. Kind of shocking because Jeffree Star said in another interview that Jeffree Star did that he puts people under NDAs and contracts. And so when I saw the interview, I'm thinking, I don't think they're going to get what they want out of Andre because he's under NDAs. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't, or if even he is, like, who knows? Because maybe Jeffree Star started making people sign it after Andre, so we don't know. But it seemed like Andre was just there to have a good time. Like, if you look at his body.
Okay, so Jeffree Star is in an interview with Rylan and Rylan's host. So I think I haven't watched this actually, but we might actually dive into this and see what this is about, what this Rylan and Jeffree Star's videos about, what they talk about. We might do that. But I think what he is basically saying here is that with Jeffree Star, the NDAs. So if you're not familiar with NDAs, I'll just give the briefest rundown. They're basically just like, you can't talk about our company or us. You have to sign this, and you're not allowed to talk about us, or legal action will be taken, kind of thing. As a voice actor, I've had to sign NDAs before too, when I voice acted for a project, saying that I won't talk about the project or that I acted in it if it's something kind of discreet. So like a testimonial type of thing. And I've only done that once for a company. So that's what an NDA basically is. So if he's doing that with relationships or he's doing that with people in his life, I do find that kind of sad. Like when you're up there in the game in life, like if you look at life like levels, like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you keep going up in life as far as like money, fame, and social status, I guess, whatever. But so Jeffree Star would be like, up at the top. He's pretty well known. He's pretty wealthy. So he's really got to watch himself with who he brings into his life and stuff. So what I'm saying is it would kind of suck in a way to like be that wealthy and well known, because then when people enter your life, you don't know what their exact motives are. And that really sucks. I mean, if you're like, you don't have like anything, you're like poor or whatever, and people come into your life, it's because they like you as a person. So that's good. For the most part, that's what they're doing, right? Because they can't really get anything from you. But yeah, so I do feel for Jeffree Star as far as that anyway. And I don't think Jeffree Star is like a really bad person, but I think when people are put in the light, in the spotlight, and they have so many things to juggle and manage, like companies or people in their lives, and they're almost always on edge in a way and stuff, and questioning motives of other people that come into their lives and this or that. So, I do feel for him as far as that. And I'm not condoning like his past behaviors and things that he's done or said or anything, and I don't even want to like bring that up or get into it either, because that'd be like a whole other topic. So okay, let's see what else Rich Lux has to say. We'll wrap that one up, and then we'll just go into like Rylan and Jeffree's.
When she's just like hanging out and laughing, and the other guy was like really like hello, and that's kind of the vibe I got. I think the guy was just there for clout and attention, and I'm actually shocked that Hollywood Fix even entertained this interview. And yeah, and as of the time, so moving forward, I mean, we haven't seen Jeffree Star hang around this guy anymore or anything like that, and is doing his thing and living his best life. And this guy is still talking about Jeffree Star, what once was when they were together.
Yeah.
A good tea, but at the same time, like, these are people's lives, they're real people. How do you think Jeffree Star feels? You know? And then this guy has a kid, and because he decided to experiment with other men, he hasn't seen his kids. At least that's what he's saying. So it's a lot involved. You know, I like to sit here and say that we saw fun and kiki, but you got children involved, you have a woman's feelings.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like a mess, and I feel bad for Jeffree that he even got involved with that. And when I say I feel bad for Jeffree, it's just as far as what I've already explained, not anything else or the shitty things that he's done or whatever. So let's go ahead and let's do Jeffree Star, Ryland, Adams, and see if that pulls up, and it does. Okay, so let's see. Well, no, it's not pulling up. It's just pulling up other people's. Oh, wait, oh, okay, yeah, here it is. Opening credits. Wow, he really goes all out, doesn't he? Jeez. Makes my podcast feel so insignificant, like a baby-ass podcast. Jeez.
Oh my god.
I need a host. I need another host, like somebody else to sit and talk with me about this stuff. If you're still listening and you want to be a host, let me know. Someone I can vibe with. We can just chill. We can talk, entertaining. We can bounce back and forth off each other. Let me know. Get a hold of me. The way to get a hold of me is in the description below. I'll go through and see who, like, I'll go through like all the whatever. If you like DM me, which is the best way, DM me, and then I'll just go through all of that and see whatever. Anyway, okay.
Did I have a good Thanksgiving? Well, here's the deal.
Oh dang, this is a little bit older. No, it was last month.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh my god.
Okay, we're going forward. Let's just go forward.
With them. Right. Well, I don't want to stay on sad things for too long, but 2020 has also...
2020's been sad.
It's tried.
I agree.
Families, so I persevered and pushed through it, and the brand has been really great, but personally and emotionally, it's been a roller coaster.
Switching gears to something more lighthearted and positive, you're talking about your friends and family.
Yeah.
What does somebody get you for Christmas? Because you have...
Yeah, what's on your list?
And are your friends and family, like, shook? The pressure.
I think sometimes, but I love, like, silly things. Like, I like cards. That may sound dumb. Like,
Okay, that's cute. That's cute. All right, so there's nothing juicy that they're talking about at the moment, but I am just kind of skipping through, and it's really cool because it looks like they're all just chilling, they're all relaxed. I really like the vibe of this. It feels good and everything. I wonder if he's like still. Well, you know what? I guarantee Jeffree's still talking to Shane and all that. I think a lot of people were upset too because Jeffree didn't come to Shane's defense, and he was just like it was almost like he was ignoring it, like it wasn't even going on, it wasn't even happening. But maybe Jeffree Star knows to kind of back off of that because he's got a company and stuff like that, and he knows that whatever's going on with Shane, it'll all just eventually blow over, because usually it does. But who knows? I mean, the things that happen with Shane, which you can listen to my last episode that was posted up Friday, the 18th. You can listen to that, and that will kind of explain. It's more so talking about Shane's apologies and stuff, but it does give a little bit of a refresher of what Shane's kind of done. And I put some audio clips in there and stuff and react to it, or just kind of comment on it more or less. So, but yeah, so he's said some racist things and everything like that. But anyway, so I think that Shane is kind of a little bit different than other influencers that have had issues like being quote unquote canceled. So yeah, because the things that he said and done, like, I don't know if he can come back from that, but I guess we'll see. But anyways, that's just all my opinion and theorizing over here, thinking out loud. Okay, let's continue on with this interview, and let's kind of skip forward and see if we can find anything juicy.
Funny ass card with a really cute, well thought out, handwritten note. I like that.
Oh, I think you meant like playing cards. Like, no.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so speaking of sucking the best, you actually...
Here, we're going to keep going.
I'm not kidding you. Every day, are you a guy or a girl?
Yeah.
And now that the whole world is kind
Thing or whatever, but
Love that. Tell me, do you have any regrets with a specific collection that you've dropped?
Ooh, regrets?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, honestly.
Okay.
Give having people to watch and pay is so sickening to me because I do that all the time anyway.
All right, so I think I've gathered all I needed to. So basically, they're just kind of chilling, and Rylan is being respectful and kind of giving Jeffree Star like a platform to just talk, and he's asking him pretty like relaxed questions, and it's more of just a vibeful, good feeling episode. Like Rylan's not trying to ask challenging questions or things like that. So, anyways. Basically, I guess to wrap up that whole thing with Jeffree Star and everything like that with his ex, since we kind of tapped into that anyway, is that the guy that he was seeing was just experimenting, and it's almost like he used Jeffree Star for exposure and money and all that stuff. And the rumors that he stole from Jeffree Star came from Jeffree Star as well. So take that the way that you want to take that. Trust your gut, however. And so I think that's basically it. And the guy's still talking about Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star is kind of like living his own life and moving on from all of that. So, okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about now is the girl who got outed by the New York Post. So I saw this yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh. And this is another reason why I wanted to make like an uncut, unscripted type of series to add on to my existing podcast. Posted up on Mondays, whatever. Okay, no, I'm just going on, but because I found this interesting and I was like, I don't want to wait a week to post this or whatever. So, okay, basically, so this chick, she's an EMT and she works her butt off. And my sister is also an EMT, like EMS, EMT, emergency service, first responders, and their job's not easy. Like knowing, I know this through like secondhand experience, I guess you would say, since my sister tells me the stories she goes through. Yeah, the stuff's not easy at all. Like you're seeing children being sick and just all kinds of things, and it can be exhausting and mentally exhausting. So, and they don't get paid a lot. First responders, EMT, they do not get paid enough at all. EMT is emergency service technician or something like that. Okay, emergency medical technician and emergency medical service. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there just in case. That I just wanted to give them the respect they deserve to kind of tell you what that meant. But anyway, so she's an EMT and and she's not getting paid enough because they don't get paid enough. And so she turned to OnlyFans. And like a lot of people actually have during the pandemic, because I mean things are hard, and she did that to get extra money, of course. And so anyways, she wasn't like showing anything too crazy and stuff. And so what happened was the New York Post, they found out through a source, like somebody told them that she was doing this. She lives in New York, and they got a tip from somebody. We don't know who. She doesn't know who. And the news reporter from the Post had contacted her through Instagram and was being like super friendly and stuff, like all up front, just to get her to talk to him and like trust him and stuff. And he like she tried to ask like, what's this for? And he was just like, well, just give me your background and like a little bit of your history and stuff like that. And then like he said he'll let her know. So she told her a little bit about herself and this and that, and then he told her what it was for, and he basically said, I'm going to run this story with or without your consent. And she just kind of flipped a switch. And then so there's like the Rolling Stones articles and other articles are like taking up for her, and the whole community started taking up for her and going against the New York Post. There's even a GoFundMe page for her, and she's raised a lot of money through that. And she sent out a statement saying the New York Post basically kind of screwed her, and they didn't know who they were messing with. And then she had like people getting a hold of her that were like higher up, like in the White House and stuff like that, getting a hold of her and saying and honoring her and saying that they respect what she does and just to do you and this and that. And so she was getting a lot of love, receiving a lot of love. So the New York Post, yeah, they really just dug themselves a hole, if you ask me. And then she put out a statement, and she just basically, the other thing that she said was that she doesn't want to do OnlyFans. OnlyFans wasn't something that she wants to convert to or do all the time. She only did it for extra money because she doesn't get paid a lot. And during the pandemic, things were hard and all that stuff, and that she loves helping people. And that's why she is an EMT. She just wants to be there to help people. And that's what she would rather do. And so when all this stuff, when she found out that the New York Post was going to just do this without her consent, she ended up getting a hold of her company that she works for in the medical field, and basically just let them know. So when this all came out, when the story would come out, that she didn't look like sketchy or like she was trying to hide anything or anything would get weird. So she was handling the situation the best she could. The other sad, and by the way, she's still employed through them too, because of all the love that she received from everywhere when it came out. So, but the other sad thing is that she was actually in a different state or whatever. She was with her dad. Her dad was really, really sick. So she was taking care of him and supporting him and being there for him. Meanwhile, the New York Post is over here just bashing her. And if you read their news article, it's they are basically saying that she's this shitty person because of her choice of going to OnlyFans, and just kind of making her look disgusting. And then the comments that, the little interview that they post up between her and this news reporter that reached out to her on Instagram, that interview, they put it in the article, and it's not even really an interview. It's more like her being confused and what is going on. But she said that the comments that she made in that article is more her trying to take up for herself and defending herself than it is an actual interview or anything like that. So anyways, the New York Times sucks, and I hope they lost a lot of subscribers and readers for sure. So yeah, shout out to first responders, policemen, firemen, everyone, just all of them out there doing the dirty work of everything, and my sister included, because she is an EMS, and it is not a freaking easy job, and no, they do not get paid enough for the things they have to do. So be mindful of that and remember that, especially through this pandemic. Okay, so anyway, all right, okay, you know what, I feel like I haven't talked about enough topics. Well, it was just Jeffree Star and reacting, and then it was this little story here. I kind of want to keep going on, but at the same time, I don't know. We're at around 30 minutes and stuff. So I don't know. This, like I said, this is kind of me just feeling things out and seeing how this goes. So yeah, thank you guys for being here for the first episode of the Unscripted series. And hopefully you guys like it, and you'll let me know, or I'll just kind of figure it out as I go. So anyway, I will catch you guys in my next one. These will be posted up every Monday. I'm trying to think of a good time on Mondays to post these up. I'm thinking 8 a.m. EST. So if you're going to work, you can listen to these. I'm just going to test the days and times and see when you guys like to listen. And then expect the regular podcast to air every Friday, 7 p.m. EST. And I want to thank you guys again for being here. I can't explain how fun this is. Hopefully we'll get another host, and we'll just make this podcast more vibeful, fun, and create an awesome freaking community. Okay, guys, until next time.
We use Buzzsprout and love how they make it easy with all their amazing features, like creating sound bites that can be posted to social media. Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know we sent you. I highly suggest Buzzsprout if you're interested in creating your very own podcast. Sign up using my link, and we both get an Amazon gift card for $20 if you sign up for a paid plan, and help support our show. The link is in the description below.